Aloha, everyone. Merry Christmas. Today is January the 5th, and this is the 12th night. I think that there's a common misconception that the 12 days of Christmas ends on December 25th. And, that's the 12th day of Christmas. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. But Christmas doesn't end on December 25th. It actually begins on December 25th, and then we count 12 days from there. So today, being January 5th, this is the 12th night. It's the 12th day of Christmas, and tomorrow we have the great feast of the Epiphany. Now, on the 12th night itself is a great tradition. In fact, there's some places throughout the world, like certain places in Italy, that unlike turn my fan off here. Unlike in most places where we open Christmas gifts on Christmas morning on December 25th, there are some places, especially in Italy, that I've researched and found, they don't open their gifts until the morning of the Epiphany, which is January the 6th. And that's a tradition they have. And so, the 12th night is kind of like Christmas Eve for them. It's a great tradition. And in fact, there are many traditions that many people, my family does as well. We try to celebrate on the 12th night. We try to maybe save one or two gifts for the children for the 12th night. And then we also sing songs like, "We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar," because the next day is the Epiphany. And the Epiphany is the great day that we remember the three wise men, finding the child Jesus after they followed the Star of Bethlehem. And the Great Epiphany, the feast tomorrow, is a wonderful, wonderful way for us to not only celebrate the wise men's arrival, but to remember what a powerful moment that was to point to the divinity of Christ. Because in the Bible, when the wise men find the child Jesus, what's the first thing they do? Along with giving them gifts, it says that they bowed down or they fell down and worshiped him. Now, in the Bible, anytime somebody worships someone they shouldn't worship, it's very evident, like they're scolded or it's shown to be something bad. But in that situation, there was no correction. Why? Because Jesus is God. He is consubstantial with the Father, and the wise men did recognize his divinity. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because there's a very special tradition that ends up being done, that's still practiced in many places on the Feast of the Epiphany, and that is the Great Epiphany Blessing. Now, the Epiphany Blessing includes different variations or iterations of it throughout the centuries. The blessing on the Feast of the Epiphany of gold, of Epiphany water, and of Epiphany Chalk, Chalk, Epiphany Chalk. And I've never participated in the blessing of gold on that day, but I have participated in the blessing of Epiphany water. And the blessing of Epiphany water is very long. Look it up if you have time. It's like 45 minutes long. It's almost as long as Mass is. But it's a very beautiful blessing that takes quite a while. But we did it at our church a couple days ago. We blessed the water. We, the priest blessed the water, hands out, small bottles of water to everybody so that they can take it home and have Epiphany water, which is a very powerful blessing. Then the chalk. I think I have some here. Let me see. Yes, I have the Epiphany chalk that was blessed. You see there's a blue piece of chalk in there with a little explanation of the Epiphany blessing as well. But the Epiphany blessing is done by, it was traditionally done by a priest, but in lieu of not having enough priests to go to everybody's house, the head of the household can do the blessing as well, or at least use the chalk to write the blessing on their door. So what is the blessing? What do people write on their door on the Feast of the Epiphany? Well, first things first, let me show you a picture of what we did last year. This was what was done at my school last year on top of my classroom. Here we go. there you go. So you see this blessing right here, 20, and then plus, which is not really a plus. That's supposed to be a cross, not a plus sign, but 20 cross C, cross M, cross B, cross 20. Okay, so let me explain very quickly. I'll bring up my little whiteboard, which I'm still learning how to use this, but I want to get really good at using this whiteboard. So very quickly, the way that this works, let's just use red, make it nice and clear. The way that it works is you put the year 2021. That's why that picture said 2020, because that was last year. And in between that, you're going to put a cross. I'll just put a plus for now. Then you're going to put the letter C. Then we'll space this out a little bit. Then the letter M, and then the letter B, and then the number 21. So you see the year 2021 is, let's see here. The year 2021 is separated by C, M, and B. So what do these stand for? Well, the 20 stands for, oh, sorry, 1 second. The 2021 is the year. The cross represents Jesus, of course. The C, the M, and the B represent the three wise men. So the first is, I'll write another little list down here below. We'll do just we'll do a different color here. And make this bigger as well. Oh, let's see if we can make this one bigger. All right, we'll just leave it right there. All right, so let's do the text down here. And we'll get this down back to 24. All right, so the C stands for Caspar, Saint Caspar, who is one of the three wise men. All right, the M stands for Melchior, which is Saint Melchior, another wise man. And then the B stands for Balthazar. All right, so those are the three wise men, Caspar, Melchior, and Balthazar. And so with this particular blessing, you are getting the year, which is 2021, and you are writing the initials or the first initial of the three wise men, all separated by crosses. Now, there are some places that I've seen that don't, they just have the two crosses like this. They don't put crosses in between the numbers and the years. This is fine too. There are different iterations of it, but the one that I grew up doing and the one that we still do in my home is we have the crosses in between each of the symbols here. So 20 plus C plus M plus B plus 21. And it's a blessing to bless the year, to consecrate the year, to ask special blessings upon the home, and to protect the home from the intrusion of any evil or anything that is not aligned with the will of God. And so that's it, the Epiphany blessing. 20 plus C plus M plus B plus, well, I keep saying plus, but it's a cross, and then the year, which would be not 20 this year, but 21. All right, that's all I have. Everybody, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that video and learned something special about the Feast of the Epiphany. Merry Christmas and happy Epiphany Tide.